Ron Brown with Tech for Senior Live. I'll be your host today. Please put in the chat where you're from and who you are. When we start reviewing the news articles, if you want to look at our Facebook page, just click here and you can follow the articles along as we go. See you in a moment. Helps if I push the right button. Hey, Tech for Senior Live. I'm Ron Brown. I'll be your host today. Welcome. It's December the 15th, getting close to Christmas. We're going to be talking about some shopping today. If you're out there in the audience, thank you for coming and thank you for listening. If you are watching this as a YouTube short, just click the link and it will take you right to the show. Today, we have a great group of people who have assembled as part of our team around the world, we'll call it. We've got a great panel for you to talk about news of the week. And of course, online shopping is going to be our topic today in preparation for the Christmas season. If you're out there, it would be great if you could just mention, just put in the chat where you're from. Let us know you're out there. We're going to sit around and have some great time this morning, but we don't know if anyone's out there. We could just be sitting talking to ourselves all morning, which is great because we're all good friends. Because we all come from our show on Monday, which is Tech for Senior. Now, this is of course, a StreamYard broadcast that we're sending out to Facebook and to YouTube. Our Monday show is a Zoom meeting. So if you're over there in our Zoom feed, and I see a few of you already have logged into our Zoom meeting, we're not there. We're over here. So in order for you to find the right spot, I've put a little button on our website, and I'll just bring that up here, and you can. If you want to log on, this is our Facebook feed. This is our website, and if you want to log into our website, you can certainly see the link to get to the show today. This show, of course, is being recorded and will be online as soon as the show is finished, and we have and it'll be podcasted out by tomorrow, so you can listen to it as a podcast. If you're new and you haven't had a chance to, you're wondering who we are, I would like to encourage you to come to our show on Monday. We have a lot of fun. It's a big show. We distribute it pretty widely. And the information, again, is found at www.tech for senior. And we're going into our 4th year. Right, Huey?
Yes.
Coming up 4 years, we'll be doing this. So anyway, come and visit us on Monday. I think you'll have some fun. We have a great newsletter as well. Lots of very interesting things produced twice a week, and we don't want any personal information, and there's no cost. It's free. And again, you can subscribe to it at our website, www.techforsenior.com.
There's some great articles in that newsletter as well.
There are indeed. So let me introduce our panel that we have today to go over the news of the week. These are we've assembled this. Many of you think we're all sitting in a studio talking, but we're not. Through the magic of the internet and technology, we're in different countries, on different sides of continents, all over the place. So the farthest person away from me today, because I live in Comox, British Columbia, on Vancouver Island, off the off the west coast of Canada, and it's cold today. It's only 32 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's pretty cold. But over in the warm area, all the way across the United States, down into Florida, we have, of course, my co-host on Monday, Huey Popluck, a very famous guy, and he's always proud to talk about how warm it is there and how cold we are. Huey, what's the temperature in Bradenton today?
Actually, I didn't check it. It's tonight it's going down into the 50s, and tomorrow it's only going into the high 60s. It's the heater will be on.
Yeah, you probably have your sweater on, don't you? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So so how are you doing?
Good. Busy.
Yeah.
Lots of things going on. Next week we've got the Chromebooks, Learning Chromebooks show, and today the Sarasota group is having a get together, a non-technical get together. It's the first one we've had since before COVID, and we've got 70 people signed up for it. So it's
really that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There you go. Any Christmas plans?
Nothing special. I'm going to Robin's sister's about an hour away from me for Christmas dinner.
Good.
So and one of her other sisters will be there as well, and their families. So.
Right. I guess we should just remind everyone that Learning Chromebooks is a monthly production that Huey and I put on, and again, details can be found on our website. You just need to register. It's free, and it'll be coming up this Thursday. So if you have a Chromebook, you want to learn about Chromebooks, or you want to find more information out, then that's a good. We'll have a show
when you say this Thursday, it's actually a week from today.
Well, Thursday. That's right. Next Thursday, right? Exactly. All right, and the next person I want to introduce again has been with us since day one. He's a great guy. He's our security expert, but not only is he a security expert, but he knows a lot of things about a lot of technology, and he produces a lot of videos about all those stuff. So he's an amazing fella. He's been under the weather a little bit because he can't talk, and his best feature is that he talks a lot and he can talk. So he's also learning how to swim because he's heading off on a cruise to Hawaii. So that would be Bob Gustisha from Los Lunas, New Mexico.
Hopefully I don't have to learn how to swim.
Famous last word.
And yes, the voice is coming back. So
right.
At least now when I make my videos, people can actually understand me.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So, and then of course, we have Bill James from Oklahoma. Now, Bill is, of course, a regular on our show. He does a number of things. He talks about gadgets and tips and gadgets and things like that. But he also is a Windows expert and does a lot of teaching at his computer club on all sorts of technology. He also talks at APCUG. He's a very, very smart guy. And he does a regular series on our Monday show called Windows Tips. Very popular. Everyone loves that. And he's going to be doing another Windows Tips this coming Monday. So he's from Oklahoma. Now, he tells me that he's going to be shoveling snow later on today. Is that right? How much snow are you guys getting?
I don't think we're getting any snow. We're just going to have some colder weather.
Oh.
So as the temperature is falling because it's 39 degrees here now, but I believe
29 where I am.
Oh my gosh!
Yep.
But next week we're going to get into the teens, so it's
going to be colder.
Will be colder, but I don't think there was any snow in the forecast yet.
Okay.
We've had a little bit of a dusting earlier. I think it was about October. There was a couple, some dusting of snow, but nothing that stuck to the ground.
Huey, do we have anybody listening?
Yeah, we got a bunch out there.
Oh, really? There's actually people listening to us. Bob from Bellevue, Washington. Hi, Bob. Bill H. Hi from home. Bernard DeFazio, Sterling Heights Computer Club, Detroit, Michigan. Richard Clarkson from Monrovia, 44 degrees, 64 later on, not in Canada.
He's in California. That's
Yes.
the CA. Yep.
Steve Powell, Kirkland, Washington, 29 degrees, overcast. Yeah, it's a bit nippy out. Mike Ungerman. Mike, of course, is a regular on our show. Mike is doing a whole series on EV cars. So we talk a lot with Mike. Severe weather warnings in Central Florida from Tampa to Daytona. Tornado warnings until 4 p.m. Orlando, dark and rainy now. So the doesn't look too good.
They
Yep,
say
we got the tornado warnings too here south of Tampa.
Mm-hmm. Gerald Smith, West Seattle, 33 degrees. Expecting cold air from Canada. I guess we're sending it down to you. Sorry, Gerald. Sorry. Sally Ann from Kirkland, Washington, may have snow soon. Yep, a little bit of precipitation with this cold weather is going to be snow. JJ, Lake Country area computer enthusiast, Lake Country, Illinois, 35 degrees today. Ed Weiss, 40 degrees and raining in central New Jersey.
And that's what those are the people who have commented so far this morning.
There you go. All right. Now, what I wanted to talk about before we get to the news articles is an article today, this week, was published. Actually, it was this one. Best online shopping websites. Buy things on the internet with these online stores. And this was an article that just came out this week by Stacy Fisher. Now, some of these we know about. And so I thought we would go around the table and talk about or maybe give a brief experience on ours. But we have to go through, have to keep moving on this so we get through them all. Now, the first one, of course, that we all know about is Amazon. It says it's dependable delivery, customer service. Prime members qualify for free shipping, frequent deals. What they don't like about it is, at least Stacy doesn't like about it, the mobile website is especially tedious to navigate. No bidding system for online sellers. So I think we've all bought Amazon. I mean, the truck arrives daily for me, right? I love Amazon. Huey, are you a big Amazon buyer?
Yes, absolutely. One of our neighbors got a package delivered, and it said it was delivered with a picture at the door, and it wasn't her door. And she went searching, and it was another one of our neighbors one was at number 42, and the other one was at a different number, 20 something. And so I guess the guy just couldn't, or the delivery person couldn't read the number, or just didn't take the time to do so. And I live in my address is QC4, and sometimes they leave it at number 4 instead of QC4.
Yeah, right. Bob, you're a busy Amazon guy too, aren't you?
Yeah, I want to make sure that everybody knows Amazon is actually allowing us to thank the driver for making the delivery. So when you get a delivery and Miss A announces that the delivery's been made, make sure you say, I want to thank my driver. And you will then get an acknowledgement that the driver has been thanked for the latest delivery. You can only do it once, and it's always for the latest delivery. And that driver will get $5. Doesn't cost you anything. And they have promised to do that for the first 1 million people that thank their drivers. So Amazon is giving away $5 million tops.
Thanks, Bob. That's a good one. I'll definitely do that. Yep, because I always get the notifications on Miss A saying it's the flashing light, and I just, what do I say again? I say thank my driver.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just say, Miss A, please thank my driver.
Okay.
That's all, and she'll acknowledge the fact that thank you, and we'll tip we'll thank the driver.
Good one.
I get in the habit and do that. I mean, Amazon's willing to shell out the money, and these guys are out there busting their chops. They might as well get credit.
Good point.
I'll have to order something just to have that, just to be able to do that.
And it doesn't have to be delivered directly by Amazon, because Amazon uses the post office
Right.
and whatever.
Right.
As long as the delivery is through Amazon, no matter who delivers it, that person will get the tip.
Bill, you're a big
Well,
Amazon guy?
I do like Amazon. I've used it quite a bit. I don't have Miss A to think, but that's another reason why I need to install my little Amazon, my Echo Flex. I have one of those. I just need to put it in the plug and get it going. But the thing I like about Amazon too is that is easy returns. You can
Yes.
just take it any place and drop it, and you don't have to bother about getting it
That's
packed. No questions asked. So that's one of the really makes shopping really convenient. And I do a lot
Now,
of comparison shopping as well.
absolutely. Now, this is interesting. Ray Baxter talked about this last week on our show, and he talked about eBay. And I mean, I don't use eBay. I haven't used it for a long time, but it's amazing how big it is. Now, what they like about eBay, you find some obscure items for cheap. Great avenue for getting rid of unwanted stuff. What we don't like, delivery times depend on the reliability of the seller, and selling items can be time consuming. Any experiences, Huey? Do you use eBay?
I haven't used it in quite a while. I had some items that I wanted to sell on eBay, and really wasn't used to the process, so my brother took care of it for me.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah, well, eBay you can actually buy two ways: through the bidding process,
Right.
or they always have a full price that they're selling an item for. And if you're willing to pay that full price, then it's quick. You don't have to wait for biddings to end or anything else, but you're paying the full price.
Right. Bill, do you use eBay?
I use it for my obscure items. All my phone cases I buy off of eBay
Oh,
because
really?
I find they have the best selection.
Mhm.
And also other obscure items. If I mean, you can almost do it's almost like a Google search, in my opinion. You can go there and put in some item, and you might find a couple hits. And I purchased some obsolete items there. I bought a Bose Sound Touch 10, which is no longer made, and I've also purchased remotes that I've lost, and do a search and found a remote. Sometimes they're new, sometimes they're used, but you can kind of tell the quality from the sellers. One thing, the feedback system really works well. So the sellers are always wanting to please their customers because they don't want to get bad feedback. Because not only does it stop their people from buying from them, but also eBay will eventually boot them off their platform.
Yeah, the interesting thing Bill was saying last week, not Bill, Ray was saying that I think, did Ray not say he bought his motorhome and a car
Yes.
on eBay? And I was looking at, I of course full timed in an RV for a couple of years, so I've got still part of my heart is in RVing, and there's a number of big companies that do RV reviews on YouTube. And it was interesting that a lot of these companies put RVs on eBay, like they're all on eBay. There's hundreds and hundreds of thousands of RVs and big items, not just little items, on eBay as well. So it's interesting. It's quite an interesting thing. But the best one, really, Bob and I were talking about this earlier, has got to be Google, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But it's quick comparing prices across entire crawlable web, extensive search filters, price changes to get the best deal. What they don't like about it is search rankings are determined by advertising dollars rather than specific query, and paying for a premium Google listing isn't a ideal way for small retailers to make money. So there's some problems there. But Bob, we were talking about that earlier, and I use that all the time because in the search, when you go into a search in Google and you put search and you type a widget, right? And then it comes up and it says, and then you click the shopping, it then goes out and finds the cheapest price for you. But the cool part about it is in my area, it looks at my local Walmart, my local Costco, it goes all around to stuff in the local area and then compares it to, other things. It's great. I mean, I use it all the time.
Provided you share your location.
Well,
If geolocation isn't turned on, you're going to get it from all over the place.
yeah. But for example, like coffee filters, I was going to buy some more number 6 coffee filters the other day, right? And so I go on Amazon, and they're like $12, right? I mean, well, I don't know what's 50 coffee filters worth, but then when I did a search on Google and looked at it, my local Walmart had those on for $2.99. Like, it was so simple to find them, right? It's really amazing. Do you use that, Huey?
No, but I have in the past.
Yeah, it's Bill. Bill, do you use the
Pardon?
Google? Do you use Google search on that?
I haven't used Google Shopping. I will have to try that. I've not tried it.
Yeah, it's really good, and it's available. It's just in your browser, right?
Well,
The other one is, go ahead.
I search for an item in Google, and then I select the shopping tab, because you have different tabs of different categories
That's right,
to search for, right? And once you choose that shopping tab, then it brings it up with all the different stores, all the different prices.
It is. Then another one, I don't think this is available in Canada, but Etsy, ETSY. What they like about it: find figurative and literal gems not seen anywhere else. Saves artists the hassle of creating their own website. What customers don't like about it is customer service can be hard to get a hold of and takes a hefty cut out of the seller's profits. Does anyone use Etsy?
I have used it in the past.
Have you?
Purchased from Etsy. I have not sold anything. So
I've never sold anything now.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Huey, what did you was there you were just interested in it, or there was some specific stuff?
No, something that I was looking for popped up, and it was only available, or I could only find it on Etsy, and I went ahead and ordered it.
Interesting. The other one is Overstock. Now, I've never heard. Now, Overstock runs regular promotions and sales around holidays. Unique ways to browse for specific problems. Clubs or zero members are entitled to price match guarantees and other deals. What they don't like about it: customer service received mixed reviews. Extended warranties come with lots of exceptions. Has it now? Let me ask you this: have you heard of Overstock? I've never heard of it.
Yeah. Hey, actually, I've seen some advertisements on TV for it.
Really?
And they're not just Overstock items; they are a reseller as well.
They have brand new items.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, okay. If you're out there listening and you've bought something from Overstock, let us know. And the next one I've never heard of either is Wish. What they like about Wish is direct shipping from China allows unbelievably low prices, set up custom notifications. What they don't like about it is deliveries don't always arrive and has been known to deliver the wrong item. So this was a way of getting merchandise directly from China, I guess, to you, right? Is that the idea?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's cheap. It's cheap, and but it takes a long time. It's the slow boat from China that delivers it. So it's 6 or 8 weeks before you get the item.
So if anyone's done anything on Wish, let us know. That's sort of interesting. And the last one is Zappos, and Zappos is customer service responds. So that what they like about it is customer service responds rapidly and reliably. Free returns on items you decide you don't want. What we don't like about it: sometimes products arrive in generic boxes rather than the original packaging, and selection is mostly limited to apparel. Never heard of it. Do you guys use? Have you heard of Zappos?
Nope.
Has anyone heard of Zappos? Nobody's heard of it. Okay, they need to do some advertising. Huey, let's go up. Any comments on anything we've talked about so far? Clark Walker, I am amazed by Amazon. I ordered 2 adapters around 8 p.m. Amazon dropped it off at 3 p.m. the same day. That's true. That's true.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Bill's there. Karen set up the A, not A. shopping list, and it's cool. She liked the way it dropped items off from the Costco list as she checked them off. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I use that too. The
Yeah.
thing I really like about it is if I'm in the kitchen and I'm taking something out of the refrigerator and it's the end of it, I can just holler out to Miss A to put it on the shopping list, so I don't have to remember to write it down. I don't have to stop to write it down. It's there, and then the next time I go shopping, I check the list.
I think I told you guys this story. It was a couple of years ago when my daughter and her family were here with their young one. We were all using the Miss A and the Costco list, right? So what happens is my daughter and my wife and everybody, if you needed something, you just sort of added it to the Costco list, right? So I get to Costco and I'm looking on down the Costco list, and there's an item saying toys. And I thought, toys? What's toys? And the little guy, of course, figured out, he was listening to us and figured out that if he asked Ms. A for toys, then so he figured that out, and he added it to the list. And I thought,
the modern Santa Claus.
I thought, that's how smart these little guys are. Amazing. Mike Ungerman, based on Huey's recommendation, I installed Scam Advisor's browser extension. Now, if I search for an item with a search engine, I'll get a warning if the site has a potential scam. There you go. Good one, Huey. Dick Vogel, Sanford, Florida. Weather is the same as Mike's. Very good. All right. I guess we should get to do some work, you guys, eh? What do you think?
Yep.
Do you want to do some articles? All right, let's now for everybody, if you are, where the heck are we here? If you want to come over here, then you can follow the articles with us. Let me just share my screen.
Yeah, if you open up your browser with that with that Facebook page, you get to see it real big. Otherwise, you have to follow the little stuff that Ron is showing.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I can get it a bit bigger.
Did you refresh, Ron?
Yeah, you didn't refresh because you missed one.
Of course not.
Did I? You guys have been adding them as we've been doing the show.
No, just before.
No.
You do. I don't trust you guys. Come on, internet. All right, it's now refreshed.
There you go. There's the first
See,
one.
look, amazing.
Bob's Publishing. I don't trust you guys. You're busy working behind the scenes here as we're talking. It's always who can do the first article. All right, Bob, you got it. Take it away.
Freeze is over. Apple allegedly working on an app to sideload for an iPhone. My recommendation always is stick with the store. Get your stuff directly from the store. And now Apple may be thinking about allowing side loading, which means it's not coming through the Apple Store. That's also where all the problems could happen. Hopefully, they figure out a way to make side loading safe.
Yeah, I saw this article this morning, Bob, and I posted it later on. But it's that's odd, eh? I mean,
Yes.
Apple's smart people. I mean, they're very interested in security and all that sort of stuff. So I don't quite get this, but
they don't go into too much detail either, only that that's a rumor that it's going to happen. So
yeah, that's a bit weird. Don't know, but interesting one. Did you want to, is this, I have AI summaries, content, long videos.
Yes.
Really?
Okay, that is an article.
Is it?
Yes. You guys got an email from me, and I described exactly what this does. It's an artificially intelligent website where you drop in the link to a video, usually a long one, because you don't have time to watch it, but you kind of like to know what is it all about. And it spits out a synopsis, a recap of what's in that video. And then you can decide, do I want to take the time to actually watch the video?
That's really cool. So would that be like a YouTube video?
Yes, correct.
So you just put the link of the YouTube
You
video
put the
in
link
there.
in, you're right, because it's done on a website and there's a portal for you to drop in that link. And then within a couple of seconds, you get a recap.
Wow, that's
Check your email. I sent you details on it.
Yeah, I saw that, but I didn't have time to check it out. So
oh,
I'm
that's
going to have.
cool. Have you done it, Bob?
Yes.
And how long did it take to render the how long did it come?
Seconds.
Oh, really?
Seconds. Yep.
I gotta try that. That's
Well,
great.
I gave
Lots
you
of
an
time-
example. I showed you what the recap was on the video that I used. Of course, I used one of mine.
Well, I guess we have another item for our Monday show, eh?
No, I just gave you a recap. I didn't make a
You
video.
didn't make a video, but
No.
all right, okay.
No.
All right. Okay. All right. The good one, Bob. That's great. Huey, Uber Eats.
Yes, they're using little robots to deliver meals that people have ordered in the Miami area. Now they've been testing this on college campuses, and it's been very successful. Of course, it's a very controlled area in the college campuses. Now they're trying it in the city of Miami, and what happens is it lets you know when it's out in front of your house, and then you go down to it with your phone and then type in something on your I guess it's either an app or an answer to an email. You type in, so your phone connects to it and then lets it open up, and you can get your delivery. So somebody else can't steal it.
Right.
And this is similar to, but not the same as what Domino uses the little cars to deliver in some cities. So we're seeing more and more deliveries being automated because they can't find drivers, and it's expensive to hire them, and there's insurance involved and so on. So we'll have to see where this goes, but it's becoming more and more popular.
I think it's great.
I could swear I just read an article, another company that was doing this that got out of the business.
Could be.
Yeah, Huey, I posted this. Do you want to talk about it? I posted.
Yeah,
this as well.
there's 6 Chrome extensions that they said are the Chrome extensions of the year. One is called Tango. It's an app that automatically generates a how-to guide when you record yourself walking through a process. Next one is Swift Read, a speed reading app that claims to help users read 2 to 3 times faster. There's one called Liner, a research tool that lets you highlight, save, and organize and get reading recommendations. There's one called Compose AI, which is an AI writing tool. Vizbug, a tool that allows designers to make alterations to text and images on websites. And then the last one is Check US Visa Slots, allows you to check for US Visa openings.
So I downloaded and installed Tango. I read that article this morning, and I installed Tango. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet, but I was thinking of maybe using it to make a video, for our next Thursday for our Chromebook, learning Chromebooks, to maybe make part of a video that I might use. I thought I could see how it might work, so I'm interested to try it.
Yeah, good.
Could be interesting. Good art. So if you are, if you use Chrome and you're interested, that's just go to the article and have a look. There's lots of good stuff there. Some interesting things.
Here's yours.
Yeah, there's mine. Yeah.
We did it both right about the same time.
Yeah, I thought. Well, I read it and I thought, did you download Tango?
No, I haven't yet.
Yeah, okay. It's cool. This I put up just to remind everybody about Mike Ungerman and our EV series that we've got going, and that it's very popular. And Hyundai Motors sold almost 25,000 plug-in cars in November alone. So it is so lots happening on the EV market.
I saw a photo today of a car on a flatbed, on the back of a flatbed truck, backed into a parking spot at one of the charging stations being charged.
There you go.
So if you run out of power, sometimes it can be very expensive because you have to hire a truck to get you there to charge it.
Yeah. This is for creators. This was an I don't know if you guys saw this article that came out. You know, it's really frustrating. We produce videos. We spend a lot of time making videos. I mean, all of us do. And, you know, sometimes you get some really awful comments in the description, and it's sort of disheartening. I mean, a lot of people are nice people. Most people are nice and say nice things, but some people are just really, really nasty and abusive. And so YouTube is addressing this now, and will be coming out with an automatic way of you can be suspended for a period of time as a user if you keep making nasty comments or abusive comments. So they're trying to address this whole issue, and I thought that was great. So this is a welcome. If you are a YouTube creator, this is a welcome addition. The other one, Bill, did you see this? This is Dell's Concept Luna. This is a laptop that can be dismantled in seconds. They've had this out for about 3 years now, and each year it gets better and better. And this was at a big showcase. I forget which computer expose this was shown at, but they had this video is about the salesman taking it apart. I think it was about 15 seconds. He could take the whole thing apart, and the whole computer apart. And I guess the idea being is that this will be a repairable component laptop. Now, this is a concept only idea yet, but what do you guys think about that? Bill, what do you think about that? Unmute yourself.
There's a company that actually put out a laptop just for this. You can take it apart. You can add new things in it. You can change things in it on the fly.
Yeah. What do you think?
It started at $395.
Wow. One of the things I think is a Achilles heel for a lot of the newer laptops is that they have become so thin, is that the batteries are becoming, you can't replace the batteries. I mean, if the battery goes out, in a lot of cases, the machine becomes a throwaway.
Right.
So that's an issue. So if they come up with something like this, that'd be wonderful. But batteries, I think, are the Achilles heels to a lot of products these days, and hopefully at some point we'll see some improvement. I know on my this particular laptop that I have, it's very thin, and I see no way where I can get to the battery. It looks like it's a sealed unit. So
this will be interesting to see what happens. This is a concept, and they're wondering if this will, and each year that gets a bit better, and so they're working on that. It's interesting how all these little items snap in, like they've made it all really easy to take apart, and the salesman takes it all apart. If you watch the video, that is actually a video. So if you're interested, just click the video and you can watch it. But it's the salesman takes the thing apart. It's sort of interesting.
Wow.
Yes, this was an interesting article this morning. There was another article I didn't publish, but as you know, Apple's new their crash detection works on their phones, as well as the 911 system working with satellites. And the problem is false positives, in that people aren't, when they get into some sort of, when it goes off, they're not canceling it. And so the 911 systems are going into overdrive, and they have to investigate all these. And so they keep launching helicopters to go search for people who aren't actually in trouble. So this is, and Apple, an article that you'll see later, is that they've just opened this up all throughout Europe as well. So it'll be interesting to see how this is all going to sort itself out. Oh, we already talked about that one. Now Ray Baxter posted a few articles today. He said, so this was Electromechanica moves corporate HQ from Canada to Mesa. Whoa, what's going on here? Car company Electric Mechanica announces corporate head move to Mesa. Well, there you go. Now that's sort of an interesting car. Have you heard of Electra Mechanica?
Nope.
No.
But maybe they moved because you got chip makers in Mesa.
Yeah. That could be interesting. Also, the 10 top things, right again, the 10 top things you need to know before buying a portable battery pack. Now, I haven't, of course, read these articles, but if you are interested in buying a portable battery, here you go.
I've been looking at those for my gadgets, and there's a couple ones that are credits card size, like he's showing.
Yeah.
And when I read them, the article, they're kind of proprietary in a lot of ways, that they're only available for iPhones and there are other issues. So I haven't put one of those in my gadget article yet.
Okay. And then the last one, I guess it didn't actually come out as an article. The link is here, top 9 new technology trends for 2022. I saw that article. I actually didn't read it, but you might want to, if you're interested there, you can certainly have a look at that.
But that's for artificial intelligence. And I answered your email you sent out about that, and I was kind of taken back because the new TV I have has AI built into it, and it adjusts the brightness and the color saturation and all this stuff based on the ambient conditions and and me as a user, what I'm doing. So the TV is learning through artificial intelligence.
Now, Bill bought one. When I said to Bill, when I went into Costco, and this was a couple of weeks ago, and you saw that spectacular TV they had on the right-hand side there, that was the most brilliant colors I've ever seen. I said to Bill, that was amazing. Bill says, I bought one. I thought, there you go, Bill. So who made the TV, Bill?
LG.
Oh, it's LG. Yeah, it was an LG TV. Oh my God, those colors were so. That's how they do it, is artificial intelligence.
Through artificial intelligence is one of the
really
software that's involved in doing that.
Now, tell me, does it look as good at home as it did in the store?
It really does. I'm really surprised, and I have it installed in a bright room too.
Right.
But it's met all my expectations, so I've been happy. I'm not too. The remote is the one that's kind of the oddball too. It has like a trackball.
Oh.
And it's called a magic wand, and you wave it, and it then has this little pointer, and then you can use the pointer to move between the different applications you have installed on it.
Too bad I can't come over and watch TV some evening with you.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
It's been a learning curve. I'm anxious. Huey's going to give a presentation on. Are you not on smart TVs? Who's doing that?
Yeah, but that one isn't included because I don't have it.
But you're going to talk about setting up smart TVs, though, right?
Yeah, right. How to add services, and then I'm going to talk about. It's basically the one that I did in 2 parts on this show.
Well, that's kind of
or on our. I'm sorry, not on this show, but on the Monday show.
But that's a universal deal, because a lot of people do not know how to go and add apps to their.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Yeah. Or they have them and they don't know. They don't even use them or don't realize it. Don't know what to do with them.
So it'd be a good. I'm looking forward to learning from that presentation.
Right. Blob opera. What were you trying to sing or something, or what's going on here?
No, I can't sing. So, you use artificial intelligence. And this is a new addition to Google's arts and culture. And I've done quite a few videos on Google's arts and culture and some of the things that are part of it. This is the latest edition. Watch the video. Have some fun. This is where fun comes into technology. Nothing is always 100% serious.
Speaking of fun, is there anybody, Huey, out there having fun listening to us?
Yeah, let's take a look at
Mike. Mike says motor club service vehicles will have to start equipping gasoline-powered generators to do quick charges for EVs that run out of their batteries down. Yeah, for sure. I had literally to destroy an HP laptop to remove the hard drive for a friend who wanted it removed so he could recycle the computer. Nothing opened up easily. Yes. Steve Parker, Del Luna is a great idea. Big improvement over Asus's 14 screws with 4 different screw types. Yes. Vale's here. Vale Williams. Hi, Vale. A review of Ford EV truck was very critical, saying as payload or tow weight goes up, mileage goes way down, making it a very long day due to recharging time. Yes, indeed.
I think a lot of people are getting hit on those on the Ford trucks because they're buying the cheaper model with the short range battery. They're kind of kicking themselves in the foot. I don't know what the difference in the price point between the smaller battery to the larger battery, but it looks like all the problems that are coming from the Ford trucks are folks that have bought the smaller battery pack.
Right.
So if you're going to buy one of those, you need to get a big battery.
Right. Now just remind everybody, we are getting close to the final day of Amazon Drive going away. And I just wanted to put this up here. I got an email. Did you guys get this email beginning December 31st? Files started Amazon Drive will no longer be available to customers.
That's December 31st, 2023.
Oh,
another year.
Another year. You're right. Oh, it is. Oh, okay. My mistake. Well, you got another year then. Why would they send that out?
Well, so people can start migrating if they've got stuff out there.
December. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. That's not an issue. I thought it was coming up by the end of the month. Okay. Bob, what is fishing, vishing, and smishing?
Oh, they sound alike?
Sounds like something you would do when you're on a date and you're 19.
Right. Watch the video, or I got a hunch we might be doing something with it on Monday.
Yeah, this looks pretty good. If you want to find out more, come on, listen to our show on Monday. Indeed. Okay. Safe bedtime. What's this about?
Safe advice from Avast before you turn in for the night.
Okay, just things you're supposed
Short
to do?
and sweet. Yep.
Like turn off the television and make sure the stove isn't on and stuff like that?
No, this has to do with cybersecurity. Things to do before you go to sleep.
Okay.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet. Very good.
Yep.
Okay.
Have to protect your dreams.
Now, what was this article about? Just a minute. There was something interesting in this. I can't remember. Oh, this is really interesting. Yeah. This is really interesting. So this is the world. So this is a company that makes algorithms for fever. We're getting really technical here, right? But the interesting thing, as you know, we do a lot of talking about watches and temperature, and a lot of the watches now are measuring temperature on your wrist because they're concerned, of course, about COVID, and there's lots of reasons why you want to know temperature. Well, most of the talk when as physicians we use temperature is your core temperature. In other words, the temperature between in the center part of your body, right next to your heart, is your core temperature. Well, it so happens that, and you would normally think if your temperature goes up, your core temperature goes up, so would the wrist temperature goes up. But that's not true. In fact, when your core temperature goes up, the wrist temperature can go down, and when the wrist temperature goes down, the core temperature can go up. There's an inverse relationship. So, and to better understand these temperature regulators on your wrist, like in the watches, they have produced a new algorithm to make this even better. And so, Apple and all the different all the different companies that make these devices will hopefully be installing the new algorithm, which will make these devices more accurate. And I had no idea. I'm a physician. I didn't know that your temperature on your wrist wasn't the same as your core temperature. Well, I figured it might be a little bit lower, but I didn't know about an inverse relationship. So I thought it was a very interesting article. Bob.
Oh,
And the easy way to protect yourself from almost all phishing scams. Is this a video you put up?
No, it's not a video. It's an article on Avast's blog.
Okay. All right. I have a feeling that we're going to talk a lot about this sort of stuff on Monday. So, Bob, thank you so much. And speaking of the cybersecurity professor, this must be you, right?
No, actually, it's not. It's the AI cybersecurity professor.
Oh, really?
I had next to nothing to do with this except to ask or input one simple phrase. And the video goes into details of you don't have to be a genius. You have to be good at forming a question or enter a meaningful scenario. And then AI can take care of all the rest.
Ah, you mean it'll create the article for us?
It will give you the outline for an article, and then you can go even further and take each one of the steps and put it in and get more details. By the time you get finished, you don't have to do anything except very simple questions or inputs, and it produces everything else for you.
I'm getting excited. This is good stuff, right? Wow. Thanks, Bob. That's going to be. Did you try this?
I put the video together, so yes,
okay.
I did.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay, great. Wow. Motorola. Oh, I put this up there. And I put this up there for a reason, because I wanted to remind everybody. We often talk about the Samsung S21 or S22 phones, or we talk about the Pixel, our Pixel phones. But I wanted just to let everyone know that Motorola makes a large part of the phones. About 30 million phones they sold last year in the United States. It's a big company and they make great phones. We don't often talk about Motorola phones, but they are really great phones, and oftentimes you can get them for $200 or $300. Costco's got a bunch on sale now, and these are very good phones. So if you are out there and you're looking around, I know we always are talking about the phones we have, but there are lots of options, and Motorola is a really good one. You, Bill, have you ever had a Motorola phone?
I have one. I had one, a Windows phone that was a Motorola phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of my first flip phones was Motorola.
Yeah, and they were kind of the in the forefront in the early days of cell phones. They were producing instruments, and then of course the other companies took over. They were doing a great deal of business even before the iPhone hit the pavement.
Right.
So I tend to forget them as well, and they're not the ones that some of the carriers push.
That's right. But they are but anyway, you can buy the unlocked ones at Costco now, and there are some really good deals. This was the article I said that I was coming up. Emergency SOS satellite communication for iPhone 14 has reached Europe now, so they'll be using that. So if you do have an iPhone, you should be aware that you can use this feature, and it will connect directly to 911 via a satellite link. So even if you don't have a cellular connection, you can still get help. I guess none of us have iPhones, right? Huey, I think you have an iPhone, eh?
I have an iPhone, but it's not connected to an account.
Okay.
I only use the camera and the Wi-Fi.
Right. I put this up there. This was sort of. Did you guys see this article? Amazon Echo Show now includes a new accessibility feature, and it's if you wave your hand in front of it, it'll turn on. And I thought, we've heard all this, uh, all the um, all the information about how much Amazon is losing money on these Echo devices and how they're spending billions of dollars a year to support this and not make a dime on it. And I thought, with all the gesture controls we have on our smartphones, for them just to come out with this one thing where you wave your hand, it seemed like they're really losing on this as far as market availability. I don't know. Do you guys see this article or?
Yeah, I also heard on the news just this morning that Amazon is saying that even though they've furloughed a whole bunch of people, they in this department, in the Miss A department, that they still are at the levels of, I think it was 2017 or 2018, as far as the number of people in the department. So even though they let go a lot of people, they still have a lot of people still in that department. And they say that it's not going away, even though they're not making money at it.
Yeah.
Again, making money depends on whose interpretation.
Yeah.
This was interesting. Did you guys see the?
Yes.
They did it. Nuclear fusion.
Yep.
They did it in California. They actually were able to point a bunch of lasers down to a focal point, and they produced a more energy out than they put in. That's the problem before. You put a lot of energy in and you didn't get any energy out. And this was a big headline.
But Ron, the headline is more than what actually happened. And if you dig into this a little bit deeper, they're still a very, very long way away.
Right.
But it is progress in the right direction.
That's right.
And eventually nuclear fusion is going to wind up to be what will actually save us.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
It won't be the batteries, because the batteries have lots of
Right.
potential when they wear out.
Right.
To do more pollution than anything else. So
yeah. But a biggie, but that was a good one.
Yes.
Let's have a look here. Now who talked about Matter Smart? Bill, did you talk about this? Did you talk about Matter Smart home devices?
I did.
Bob did
quite some time ago. Yep.
Did you? It says
Yep.
the first Matter Smart home devices are here. Do you want to? I guess we're going to be hearing more and more about this.
Well, matter simply means that you now have, no matter whose device you buy, they'll be the same way for setting it up. It'll make the setup easier.
There's a standardization.
Standardization. Correct. Right now, everybody has their own way of hooking up the device. Okay. And in some places where you have to have 2.4, you can't use 5, so on and so forth. Eventually, this is all going to be standardized. And it doesn't matter whose product you purchase. If they're part of Matter, it's easy setup.
Okay. Excellent. Now, we have talked a bit about this before last week. I don't know, but this Leo Laporte was talking to it again on the show today. I mean, artificial intelligence generated images are huge. I mean, there are a lot of, like Bob was saying about earlier about the articles, but there are the images that you can create through artificial intelligence. It's just exploding on the different software programs that you can do with this, and it's quite amazing, eh? Did you guys played around with any of them?
But it's not only images, you can do all kinds of things with it. Art
Right.
in general, or scenery, or whatever.
Bob, are you in a Christmas mood here?
Yes.
Santa's workshop with the Christmas tree. This is this a background with Zoom?
This is a background for Zoom. Yes. I'll probably use one of the ones that I put out, because I put a couple up.
Where do you find them?
I find them from my TV service. They put up a new one each month, and I actually take videos off the TV.
Okay. And just use them as the background.
Yeah. And what you see is because my TV happens to have a very nice picture.
So that would be something that people could do if they wanted to make a little video that they could put onto use as their background for their Zoom meetings, eh?
Yeah. Yep. You don't need much because it automatically repeats. So as long as you get the main part.
Right. This is, I guess, your article on the on Fusion as well that you were having.
Yeah. Yep.
Very good. Well, you know what time it is?
Yeah, it's time
Oh, wow.
to wrap it up.
Now. Yep.
Yes, indeed. Now let's think about this. What is next Thursday? Are we getting close? We must be getting close to Christmas, eh? Yeah, we'll be around. Yep, we'll be here next Thursday, of course. And Bill, if I don't see you, well, I'll see you on the Monday show, but we'll see you next year, I guess, back on this show. It'll be the following year when we see you next time.
Right. Exactly. I hope to be here.
Well, I'm sure you will be, and we Bill will be, of course, starting. We'll be doing a series for our show on Monday, starting in January while Bob's away. More information coming on that, and he'll be doing his tips this coming Monday. So his Windows tips. So you're a busy guy.
Looking forward to it.
I really want to come over to your house and watch your TV, though. So
You're
and
most
Bob,
welcome.
yeah, and Bob, it's nice to see your voice is getting better.
I'm very happy it's getting better.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
sound like your old self again.
Yeah.
That's good. And Huey, thanks so much for coming. You'll get ready. We got to work hard on our learning Chromebook for next Thursday.
Absolutely.
We'll
I
get
got a whole
nice
bunch
show
of
going.
articles I have to go through to see which ones I'll feature and
Very
use as information. Yep.
Very good. Well, thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you in another week. Don't forget to watch our show on Monday. It's going to be a good one. All right.
Goodbye.
Bye now. Bye-bye.
Bye all.
Bye.